Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic Batman. I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Corey for finding this for me at Walmart today. I've been shopping at the Corey Mart, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus, DC Multiverse Batman Beyond. Here he is in the package. Looks like we have a collector's card, display stand, total of 4 hands, and a set of removable wings. One side of the package, Batman Beyond from Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic. Other side, Batman Beyond. At the bottom, there's this barcode, if that helps anybody. And in the back, here he is posed up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And here's the regular version of the Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond Batman, next to the Platinum Chase version. And let's not forget, there's a third version that came with the Batmobile as well. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, and then 2 alternate hands, totally 4 interchangeable hands. He also has a set of removable wings. Before dealing with all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is the Terry McGinnis Batman from the comic series Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic. It's from the comics, not from the cartoon, but they share the same sort of visuals, the same sort of world, etc., etc. So let's take a closer look. Start with his face here. He's got a new head sculpt. You can see that sort of semi-smirk on his face. Now the skin is in black color. I'm not really sure what's up with that. He's got long ears, white eyes. As you go further down, Batman Beyond logo on his chest. Now I notice it's not done on the traditional Batman Beyond body. It looks like it's on the John Kemp body, which is a really puzzling decision. You see his little fins here. He's got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, that same dumb inaccurate thing around the ankle, and the bicep on the John Kemp body. He also has these wings here, which are articulated, and they're easily removable. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. The half smirk kind of matches Terry McGinnis' personality. The long ears look pretty cool. Not really sure why his skin is so dark. Must be something from the comics that I'm not aware of. Still, it's a decent head sculpt, and I appreciate that it's a brand new one. And here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand we've seen countless times before. And we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Batman from Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic. On the back side, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 4 of them, 2 left hands and 2 right hands. Here's a look at his first pair of hands. His right hand is a completely open flat hand, and his left hand has a batarang permanently attached. And then his next pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Now let's look at his wings. These are a removable set of wings. Now the original Batman Beyond figure also had a pair of wings, and you could remove them, but you had to heat them up with hot water, soften the plastic, and take them off. These are intended to come off, and the main reason is so he can fit into the new Batman Beyond Batmobile that has come out. The wings are pretty much the same. They're made of a semi-transparent red material. They sort of connect here. And then we got this little piece that'll attach to his back and sort of secure them on his back. Here's Terry McGinnis with the wings attached, and they are articulated. They can stay down like this. They can kind of stay down flat like that, and they can go all the way up. Now you may notice that one's a little bit loose. You can sort of push that thing in, make it a little bit tighter, and it'll stay in place better. And then here he is with the wings removed. Now I actually prefer him without the wings on. He really only has the wings deployed while he's gliding or flying through Gotham. Most of the time, he'll have the wings put away. Now to check out the differences and similarities between all 3 versions of the Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond Batman. On the far left, we have the version that came with the Batmobile. In the middle, the standard version, and on the right, the Platinum Chase. And they are all 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, so let's take a look. All 3 of these guys have the same head, long ears, semi-smirk. As you go further down, they're painted all considerably differently, but they have sculpted abs, sculpted symbol. Really, really different. The belt, totally different here, but it's all just the paint job. So you can see, it is the same figure, just different paint job. black and red, but totally different, and then black and transparent red. Then, to look at the differences and similarities between this Batman Beyond and John Kent. And personally, I think the original Batman Beyond body is better than John Kent body, but I understand John Kent has had some advancements. The old Batman Beyond has the giant ball joints on the ankles and wrists. John Kent a little smoother. So obviously, their heads are totally different. You can see where the Superman logo is, where it's sculpted on top of the chest. We have the Batman Beyond logo in the same place. The abs are the same. The diaper, totally different. The arms, exactly the same. You can see that red part here, which is sculpted on and is inaccurate to every single person that's used the John Kent body since this. Looks like the forearm is a little bit different. We have the fins here and not here. The legs are 100% the same, including, once again, that sculpting detail that is very specific to John Kent with that red boot there, and every single figure using that body has used it since him. Here are all the figures that utilize the John Kent body. We have a total of 17 of them so far. And I think it's a decent body for a teen or young adult, very thin, very lean. It's appropriate for most of these guys, although I don't think it was appropriate for the Jim Gordon Batman. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and its accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.7 inches tall, which can translate to about 17 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 7.2 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, it can rotate side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can't tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes about 90 degrees, up, down, around. He's got that butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increase the range of motion, and cover up the gap that would be there. Bicep cut, double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate, and it's hinged as well. Ball joint his torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one in his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion in the torso area. Legs, complete as splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimal on him. Legs go forward about that much, back not much. Double jointed knees, and the ankle. Forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and of course, toe articulation. Here's a look at the Terry McGinnis Batman in front of the Batman Beyond Batmobile. And if you're curious if he fits inside the Batmobile, he sure does. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Batman Beyond figures. Here he is, next to the Platinum version of the Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond. Then, with the Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond that came with the Batmobile. Here he is, next to McFarlane's first version of the Batman Beyond. On the left, we have the Build-A-Figure version, and on the right, the single release. The one on the right is my favorite version of McFarlane's Batman Beyond yet. And here he is, next to the digitized version of the Batman Beyond. On the left, this is a chase variant of the Batman Beyond, and on the right, that was the glow-in-the-dark Entertainment Earth exclusive. Then, next to Ink is Batman Beyond, and the Batman Beyond Batman from the Justice Lords 2-pack. Here he is, next to the Batwoman Beyond, both the masked and unmasked versions. Here are all the McFarlane Batman Beyond Batman figures they've made. We have a total of 9 of them so far, although I know technically Ink is not Terry McGinnis' Batman Beyond. Now I'm really surprised they haven't made a fully transparent version that's cloaked, or an unmasked Terry McGinnis version. And hell, I would love an Old Man Bruce Wayne Batman Beyond version, but that would require a completely different, bigger body. And here he is, with my DC Direct Batman Beyond figures. Then, with the Mezco Batman Beyond Batman. And now, with my Mattel Batman Beyond Batman figures. Next, with an older Hasbro Batman Beyond Batman. Here's a look at all of my Batman Beyond Batman figures. I believe I have all of them in the 6 and 7 inch scale. If you're aware of any that I'm missing, please drop me a line in the comments below. I believe the next one to come out is going to be the amazing Yamaguchi Batman Beyond. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. At least I think this is the entire wave. We have both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Silver Age Batman, the Noel Batman, and the Batman Beyond Batman. In fact, there are 3 versions of Batman Beyond Batman. I believe the only figure from this wave that I don't have is the Platinum Batman vs. Spawn Batman. And That guy has been on the way for a very long time. Seems like he's lost in the mail. With any luck, hopefully he'll arrive tomorrow. Here's his Batman Beyond Batman, next to the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Black White Accent Blue Beetle, and Brave Fogel Batman. And here he is, next to the Justice League Task Force Wave, Collectible Darkseid. Now each of these 4 figures has a Platinum Chase variant. I'm on the hunt for the Platinum Flash and 2 of the Platinum Batman figures. I believe I have a Platinum Superman and Aquaman on the way, and I want to build the Platinum Darkseid. If anybody can help me out, drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Then, with the Amazon exclusive Batman with Batglider and the GameStop exclusive Frostbite Nightwing, and now with the Amazon exclusive Quarter Valves 3-pack. Here's this Batman next to a couple of recent Mega figures. We have the Zack Snyder's Justice League Armored Darkseid. This is one that came with the throne, and the Planet Ron Swamp Thing. And here he is with the Batman vs Superman wave. Both versions of the Nightmare Batman, both versions of Superman, Doomsday, Wonder Woman, and all 3 versions of the Armored Batman. Then, next to the 8th wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures. Both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Lightning Lad, Geoforce, Simon Paz Green Lantern, and Grid. And then the regular version of Mr. Terrific. I currently have 9 of the 12 figures in this wave. I'm still hunting for the Platinum version of Mr. Terrific, and both versions of the Chris Reeve Superman. Anyone can help me out? Let me know. Mr. Terrific is starting to hit GameStops right now, along with the Task Force figures. And now, with the 3rd digital wave, Speed Force Flash, Earth 2 Robin, and both versions of the Silver Age Joker. And finally, with the Amazon exclusive Arkham City Detective Mode Batman vs Solomon Grundy 2-pack. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale, and now with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and some Diamond Select toys. Here's Batman next to a container of popcorn, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool Batman Beyond figure. My biggest complaint would be the fact they used the John Kent body. I think the original Batman Beyond body is significantly better for Batman Beyond. I understand it has the larger ankle and wrist joints, and they want to use something up to the modern McFarlane standards, but they could have, I don't know, just updated those particular parts and move forward. His accessories are also kind of on the light side. He only really comes with the alternate hands, which are kind of disappointing. We have the completely open hand, and why would I ever want to have that on that figure? I do appreciate the fact that the wings are removable. You can unplug the thing, take the wings off, instead of having to heat it up, but they're a little bit on the loose side as well. If I were to rate this guy, I'm probably going to give him a 6.5 out of 10, and I probably would give the original Batman Beyond an 8. Which is funny because that original Batman Beyond came out many, many years ago, and here it is about 4 years later, and they're releasing what I consider to be an inferior version of Batman Beyond. I do realize this is based off a different source material, but they're both based off the comics, and they're really both based off the comics, which are based off the cartoon and use the same kind of visuals. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to save the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.